Baby in a bottle. The cosmetic field these days, as I was told, that they're getting off of a petroleum base oils, petroleum based for cosmetics, and they're going back to the old-fashioned plant cosmetics, biomass or bio-based they call it, and it's very practical because the amount of CO2 that is produced in the cosmetic field, they're going to lower this amount of gases that are produced, and amount of CO2, and it's really, if you look at their it's a good scheme because they get CO2 credits. If they can reduce the amount of CO2 they put in the atmosphere next year versus what they put in the atmosphere this year, they can get credits out of that, and then they can sell the credits to somebody. Just like planting trees. Oil companies are out there planting trees. What does that mean? They get credits. They get carbon credits. Yes. It's the amount of carbon that you put in the thing. And some of this stuff, they say they do it by kilograms. And if so, this much under petroleum is made in this, say it's 2 kilograms per whatever they're doing. And if they can redo that by 1% of kilogram, they get credit. Look, we've done wonders. We're a green company. Oh yes, and green is one of the, like this. Yeah. And they can claim it on their product, right? Natural products. Well, let's go back a couple of thousand years, and women who discovered that they can attract a male if they look beautiful. And this is before soap was prevalent, but you know, back in Rome, ancient Rome, you could get lead plates, lead cups, and lead makeup. And women did that for colors. Okay, they look like clowns, but it covered up the blemishes that are prevalent before there was soap. Yes. And women of the Senate, wives of the Senate, makeup on the face, makeup on the body. I won't say the tattoos, but anything that had color to it, the red lips, the skin tone, or the white on the face, and that thing. How was that made? By crushing leaves, bark, insects, and that, what have you. But one of the bases of everything was lead paint. Hey, you paint it on the walls, you paint it on the floors, you paint it on your house, and why not paint it on your wives? Well, yeah. Didn't they die of lead poisoning? Yeah, but life expectancy, living a long life, is you die between 30 and 40. And if you were ingesting a lot of lead through lead plates and lead cups and what have you like that, you not only did your hair fall out, your teeth fall out, but that was expected, especially among the rich people, especially among those who use lead. But lead's not the only thing. When they found mercury, could create mercury. You applied it to your face. Mercury poison, yeah. Mad as a hatter. Your hair fell out, your teeth fell out. It's like you're going blind. But you're 30 to 40 years old. The life expectancy was under 40 years old. So, you're not going to have to worry about dying of old age. By our standards, dying of old age is, 80 or 90 years old. Their standards was 30 to 40 years old. When Jesus Christ died, very likely he was eating off of lead plates and not drinking from lead cups. Why? He's a prophet. Prophets also like to live a lifestyle too. Yeah. Why, he's a poor prophet, yes, but he's eating off of lead plates. Not gold, not silver, lead. Yes. Because, as I said, the food tastes better eating off of lead plates. The wine tastes better out of a lead cup. Hey, then, lead, there was lead pipes, water pipes. People had lead water pipes. Yeah. So. But beauty out of a bottle, as I said before, for the last, least until oil was discovered, petroleum was discovered, and they found they could break petroleum down into gasoline, kerosene, and other products and that thing. And of course, in the industry of cosmetics, they think, is ethyl ether, not ethyl ether, ethyl alcohol. They were distilling stuff down into alcohol. I use that in cosmetics. Now, bio-based is now, it's the same thing. Bio-based, it's corn. Corn. Corn contains sugar, right? Starches. It's sugar cane. And what you're looking for is the alcohol as a bio-base. But doesn't that, it's a bio-base, right? Yes, you grow this stuff and then you take all this stuff and you turn it into alcohol. Yeah. And you get credit for saving the planet. But then you basically, doesn't that release a lot of CO2 back in the atmosphere? Yes, but we don't talk about that. It's that one of the little trade secrets. And that's why we'll see cosmetics saying, well, we don't have this in it, we don't have that in it, we don't have that thing, it's all natural. Yeah, up to a point. Is it still part of the chemical industry? Yeah. It's all little trade secrets. Yeah. The Book of Shadows. You better know if that's a multi-billion-dollar business, putting makeup in someone's face. Think about it. What your wife, your daughter, your niece, your aunt spends on makeup so they can look beautiful, like Cleopatra, or even better, the centerfold of the Playboy magazine, face, body. Of course, that's all she's all airbrushed. Or as Hugh Hefner had on staff, was makeup artists for the bunnies went out to serve the clients. They were perfect. Any blemishes that were covered up, they basically stood out as the perfect example of the girl next door that you can't touch. Playboy bunnies were never touched. Well, one of the reasons was you smear the makeup. Yeah. Ever seen the any television or film or theater? You always have a makeup artist there to for the theater. It's for the person in the back row can see the person's face here, even though it's emphasizes, the eyes, the hair, that thing. They're all makeup. For television, it's like this. It's close up, right? And for movies, it's the same thing. You got even a closer picture. Anything on TV, the Oscars, okay? All those women out there, they all that day had makeup artists doing their makeup. So they stood out. They were something to be seen. Starlets always used to do is, who is that woman? Why, she's a star of so-and-so. That doesn't look like her. No, she's there without makeup. Now, if you want to be seen, if you're going to a club, somebody from a makeup artist union came over and did your face for you. Yeah, you're going to stand out. Makeup is a good business. When I was in theater, I learned makeup, and this clown here, right, to apply that and to apply it to the other actors, just so they stood out. And they said, well, you're in movies, the same thing. The person stands up. It's if you're 20 feet away, you're not going to tell much of how the person looks. But if you're doing close-up shots, you want that person to stand up, and you want our skin is not perfect. The blemish is there, and you want to hide those, get rid of those, because if you're doing good close-up shots of her, you want her to stand out. Sometimes these models come in with their own makeup artists. Yes. And they're made up, and then they go in front of a camera. I remember I worked at a studio as stage manager and photographer there, and a woman came in and she was made up. Okay. All over. Okay. What was her clothing? A robe. Okay. But the guys were back there spraying makeup all over her body, getting rid of those little blemishes so they don't, yes. The old saying, they're a nude model. Right. But they're all being sprayed. Some of the centerfold magazines, they come in there with their own makeup people and saying, makeup. But you really think that people are going to notice? Yes, the camera will pick that up. They will pick up the blemishes. They will pick up the wrinkles. Now you have to light it here and light it there, but the makeup, that thing, Hollywood starlets, if they want to be seen outside of their house, they may look like a tramp inside a house. They can't be seen outside that way. It's that thing. People who design their clothes do not want to see a tramp in their clothes. So they are made up all the time. If they go to a party, they're all made up. And one of the things about Hollywood or New York, that makeup artists are employed. They really know the secrets of her. We know what she really looks like. But beauty in a bottle.